Bashar.
And to you, good day.
My name is Yona.
If you say so.
I'm married 40 years. I have 7 children.
Oh, all right.
And I raised them all these years, take care of the household. And my baby is 21 now, and it's time for me. And I have a question.
Yes.
I'm a makeup artist,
Oh, all right.
and I'm a real estate agent.
Yes.
And I'm planning of opening in back of my house a restaurant only 3 times a day, Yemenite food,
All right.
for 3 hours a day.
All right. This is part
And-
of your passion, yes?
Yes, and
All
I am
right.
confused. I wanted to know on which field should I go? Makeup artist, the restaurant.
Why do you only have to do one?
Why do I have what?
Why do you only have to choose one?
Oh.
If they're all expressions of your passion, don't you understand again that the organizing principle of synchronicity will organize them in a way to know in which order to do them, and maybe you can even do more than one at a time? But let synchronicity show you. It will show you what you need to do first, second, third. It will show you.
I'm still waiting for it to show me for the last 3
You
months.
have to start
No.
taking action on something for it to show you. You have to take action somewhere. Look, if you have several things that seem equally passionate, they're not always equally able to be acted on. Are they all equally able to be acted on? Can you start all of them equally? Or is one more able to be acted on
It's
than
depends.
another?
It's not up to me. If I will get the job, I will do. Yeah, all of them.
All right. So, as we say, if they all seem equally exciting and they all seem equally capable of being acted on, flip a coin and see which comes up. All right, A, maybe you need a 3-sided coin. B, C, whatever. The thing is, one of 2 things will happen. If you say, all right, A, I'll do this, heads, I'll do that, tails, I'll do that, and maybe something else, if the coin lands on its side, I'll do that. But the idea is, the first thing that might happen when you flip the coin, maybe it'll say A, and you'll go, oh, I really wanted it to say B. Now you know which one has more passion in it. If that doesn't happen and it still seems all equal, then it doesn't matter which one you start first. It's up to you to make that decision. Because again, if it's not the path that you need to start first, synchronicity as the organizing principle will turn you around to the path you actually need to start first. It's the true organizing principle. It will show you what you need to do and what you don't need to do. So start anything, and the situations will evolve to let you know whether keep going or turn around and do something else.
Oh, okay.
It will show you. Remember I said it's a self-guiding system. That's what we mean. It will guide you. It leaves nothing out, including this is the path over here, not this one, this path. Start this one first. It will guide you. But you have to take action on something in order to find out whether to keep going on it or get turned around to something else. It will show you. Does that help?
I see. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Question number 2.
Yes.
I get almost every day or the other day, I see 111, 1111.
Yes. Those synchronicity numbers let you know that when you see those synchronistic numbers, you're saying you're in the correct state right now. Act from that state. Because those are like road signs. They're like road markers. Right now, you're in alignment with your true self. You're on the right path. Act from that state. That's what it feels like. Bang, at that moment. This is what you really feel like. That's what the number is reflecting to you as a synchronistic marker. Yes?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Hi, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
So, my first question is, for as long as I can remember, even before I found your work,
Yes.
every time I look up at the night sky, I look right at Orion.
Oh, all right.
What does that mean?
It means you have strong connections to the different histories and pathways of experience in the old Orion systems that you are now utilizing and drawing from on Earth to transform darkness into light.
Okay, that resonates.
Thank you.
Do I have hybrid children?
Yes.
How many?
Well, again, when we answer that question, it depends upon the amount of genetic material that is in them above a certain percentage that would make them yours. Because the idea is that genetic material is spread among thousands of hybrids. But in general, more than 15% of your genetic material usually only exists somewhere between 15 to 17, maybe sometimes as high as 23.
Wow. So I'm an acupuncturist.
All right.
And
was that a question?
No.
All right.
And nobody really knows where it came from, who or what discovered it. Do you have any information you can share?
It was understood in what you call Atlantean times.
Oh, wow.
It was developed back then.
How long ago was that?
About 20,000 of your years ago.
Wow. Okay.
Now, it doesn't mean that humans didn't understand that there were certain energy meridians on the body before that. We're answering your specific question of when the idea of acupuncture was developed to take advantage of the knowledge of those particular energy meridians in the body.
Okay. And so, but societies have been aware of the meridians
Yes.
for even longer.
Yes. Most likely around 100,000 years or so.
Because the meridians contain light and electricity,
They are light. Yes.
magnetism, all of that.
Yes.
Okay. Is astrology real?
As a permission slip, remember, permission slips is any tool, any technique, any ritual, any object that allows you, by using it, to give yourself permission to be more of who you are. So it's a reflection. It's not a causation. No permission slip is a causation of anything. It's a reflection of the state of your consciousness to help guide you if you are prone to gravitate to that particular permission slip because it aligns with your belief system.
Okay. In terms of financial abundance,
Watch it. Remember what we've already said about abundance, yes?
Okay.
Before you continue that question, did you understand what we already said?
Yes.
Are you going to still ask the question?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Does saving money energetically represent fear of lack of it?
It depends on the person and why they're doing it, doesn't it? Remember when we said anything can be used positively or negatively?
Yes.
Anything. So the idea of saving money can be a positive act. It can be a negative act.
It just depends on how you feel about it?
It depends on your belief system as to why you're doing it.
Okay.
The feeling may come as a result of the belief system and give you a clue as to why you're doing it and whether it's positive or negative. So you can use the feeling that you associate with it to determine whether you are doing it positively or negatively. Yes?
Yes.
All right. Does that help?
Yes. And
Anything else?
last
Yes.
question. I have really bad insomnia.
You mean really good insomnia?
Yeah, I'm really good
If you had bad insomnia,
That's
you'd
true.
be sleeping.
That's true. I'm really good at staying awake.
All right.
What is that about?
Well, it depends. It could be many different things.
Okay.
We sense from you that you're waiting for some kind of a connection at night. But you're not exactly sure you want to go through the experience that the connection will bring.
A connection with
Some different extra-dimensional sources, extraterrestrial sources.
Oh.
So you're kind of staying awake because in one sense you kind of want to be around when it happens. You don't want to necessarily be unconscious for it. But at the same time, you are also not willing to let go to get into the state where it's most probable that it will happen. So you're kind of between what you typically refer to as humans as a rock and a hard place. You're kind of putting yourself in a neutral state because you kind of want it to happen this way and don't really want it to happen this way, but you do want it to happen knowing that it will most likely happen this way, but you'd rather it happen this way. Is that making some sense?
a little.
All right. So what we would suggest is this.
Okay.
When you lie down in bed, just take a few deep breaths and allow yourself to relax into the idea of letting the connection happen in the way that actually serves everyone best. Just let it happen that way and allow yourself to get used to the idea that it may change over time and you may become more aware of it in different ways. But let yourself relax into the idea that whatever connections are going to happen for the best possible reasons to serve you and everyone involved. And just see if you can relax into that understanding. And once you can allow yourself to relax and you feel yourself starting to drift, allow yourself to ask, just ask, that it happen in a way that allows you more conscious awareness of what's going on, and that you know you will be fine if that is given.
Okay.
All right? Now, do you have a particular affinity for a particular spirit guide?
No.
Are you sure?
What's an example?
Do you have an attraction to a particular thing, a flower, a tree, a name, an idea that you don't really know why you're attracted to it, but you are attracted to it? It just sort of pops in now and then?
Butterfly?
All right. Is that a question or a statement?
It's a statement.
All right. How often do you find that that happens?
That I find that what happens?
That you think of butterflies? Did you answer the question we asked? We said, do you have something that just pops in, you don't know why?
Oh, no, I'm just always drawn to butterflies.
All right, good enough. Then we would suggest that when you lie down and let yourself relax and start to drift, you think of butterflies.
Okay.
That will help you make a bridge and a link to the vibration of a different reality that will allow you to relax into it and get used to it so that you can have more conscious awareness of what's going on, and let yourself go into that third state, that alternate reality state between what you consider to be physical reality and what you consider to be non-physical reality or spirit, so that you can experience the connections that you really do wish to experience more consciously.
Okay.
All right?
Great.
So, butterflies.
Yes.
Any particular color?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. Then don't be surprised if a particular color stands out and becomes your symbol.
Okay.
All right? Pleasant dreams. And one other thing. We gave the suggestion to someone else who brought up this subject. How's the humor in your life?
It's good. It's abundant.
Is it?
Yeah.
You laugh a lot?
I do.
All right. We would suggest that as you lie down, you think of things that make you laugh.
Okay.
It will help you let go.
Okay.
All right?
That's very helpful. Thank
All
you.
right. You're welcome. And to you, good day. Speak up so that all may hear what you have to share.
Okay, so a couple weeks ago, I had a dream where I looked up and saw a bunch of spaceships.
Yes.
And one
I
came down to
sometimes
me.
have that without being asleep because I don't sleep anymore.
That's awesome. So one came down to me, and the being that came out, I ran up and gave him a big hug, and I was crying and sobbing, and it felt like I really had missed him.
Yes.
And I'm wondering, so I've connected with him through meditation
Yes.
since, and I'm wondering if you can tell me what race he is.
You're dealing with another hybrid race, primarily what we would label the Yael.
Okay.
In any such encounters that are going on between you and extraterrestrial beings, you will usually find that you will have at least one counterpart in that society that will be involved in the encounters so that they feel familiar and are a reflection of more of you. So in a sense, it's like meeting another version of yourself.
Okay, so he is my counterpart?
Yes.
Awesome. So in the dream, I got on a ship and went out to space and saw the Earth get really small. So was that physical, or was it?
Well, yes and no. You have to understand that many of these encounters actually happen in a slightly shifted version of physical reality that allows you to experience more than you otherwise might in your typical physical reality. So yes, it was physically real, but not in your physical dimension exactly.
Okay. Do I have hybrid children?
Yes.
How many have a significant amount of my DNA?
Again, the average is usually about 15 to 17.
Okay, so you've mentioned the possibility of hybrid children living on Earth as soon as 2022. Is that still accurate?
No.
No? Okay.
I said the window of open contact is between 2025, 2033, maybe 2040. I did not say the hybrid children will be landing at the beginning. Somewhere in there, things will be set up so that they can begin to stay longer and longer and longer on your planet in certain areas that are sequestered and safe for them to acclimate and adapt to your society as your society acclimates to them. But the idea is that some of them have been on your planet and do come to your world from time to time in secret places that are set aside for them so they can practice what it's like being on Earth. Because many things that you take for granted are very alien to them. So they have to learn the idea of how to fit into your society to some degree, although they won't go all the way with it because human society must also adapt to them to some degree as well. But they're willing to learn, and they're quite fascinated by some things that you don't even really think about, like eating food off a plate with a fork. Why? Why not just take the food and put it in your mouth with your hand? So they have a lot of things to sort of learn to fit in a little bit. But they do that on your planet from time to time in houses and apartments that you don't necessarily even know that they happen to be in. They might even be right next door.
Wow. Okay, so I wanted to talk about being a bridge to the higher dimensions.
Yeah.
So when I'm meditating and I can converse and see in my mind my hybrid children,
Yes.
What reality is that? And what does that look like on their end for...
Well, again, you're communicating through that slightly altered reality that we just mentioned. And therefore, they're receiving it, in a sense, sort of telepathically from you.
Okay. So is it helpful or important to be making these emotional and like relationship connections with them?
Is it helpful and important to you?
Yes.
Well, then the answer is yes.
Okay.
Because they will feel the importance to you. And that will allow them to begin to identify and empathize with those feelings and understand them more clearly.
Okay. So earlier this week, I had a really powerful meditation where I felt like I was speaking with you. And was that really you, or was it just...
You're just tapping into the vibration that you recognize as our collective consciousness through your own higher mind. So what you were doing, which is what you're doing right now, was speaking a little bit more clearly to your own higher mind, using us as a filter or a mask to do so.
Okay. And what is my vibration?
Are you sure you want to know? Because remember, as soon as you ask, it goes down.
Well, mostly my question was, I've really been meditating a lot and it's felt really good. It's been
all right, that's
my
fine.
highest passion. And
But
I'm
are you
wondering-
taking actions as well?
Yes.
All right. Because remember, that's the language of physical reality,
Okay.
not just meditating. You have to act to be in the world. So, do your meditations help you take more actions in the direction of your passion?
Yes.
All right. Are you sure? Didn't sound very convincing.
I've been taking a lot of action the last year.
Yes.
And it's felt like I've been really just outside and not really going inside. And so I've been feeling really called to
All
go
right. You
inside
can
lately.
balance it out. That's fine.
Yeah, I am excited to take more action
All right.
soon.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, beloved Bashar.
And good day to you.
Good day to you.
Speak up, please, so that all may hear
Okay,
you.
I've been listening to you many years ago, and I'm very grateful to be here.
All right.
I've been doing a lot of work inwardly for self to grow and to become more of who I am.
Yes.
And I'm creating a sacred of meditation in my house with people that coming over.
All right.
And I do believe with water and air and all the 7 things that you've been provide tonight. The thing is that I've been asking is about my son, that he's back in my house and he stay all night with the heater and he doesn't really drink enough water. And if you have a way
for me to
What are you asking? Should you tie him down and force feed him?
No,
Well,
just that
have you had conversations about why, and does he actually feel like he's not getting enough?
he would listen to others, but not to his parents, I guess.
Have you had a conversation about why he doesn't listen to your advice?
Usually kids don't listen to their parents.
That's not the case on my planet.
I know, but here it's a little bit different.
Well, I understand that. But do you also understand he may have his own path in life?
I totally agree with you.
All right.
The thing is that, like you said,
I have a suggestion for you.
okay, thank you.
Let's call it the Santa Claus effect. Yes?
Yes.
Leave a pitcher of water and a glass out for him when you go to bed. Maybe in the night he will sneak over and have some water without you necessarily knowing about it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes? Just give him the option. Don't tell him what to do.
No, and you're absolutely right. I do that. I just put.
But you leave water out
Yes, I do put water
when you're not around?
when I'm not around.
Yes, when you go to bed,
Yeah.
leave water out.
Okay.
So that you're not around, so that he can have it when you're not around.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. And for the heater that is a whole night long, and there's no air in this room, no windows open,
Is he
nothing.
cold?
He always said that he's cold,
All right.
but then there's no air at all for all
There
night.
must be some, or he would suffocate. Remember, that's the first basic need, and without air, you'll probably be dead in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, but I can see that he has like the eyes swollen. I can see he's very fatigued, and
All right. Well, have you had a conversation about the fact as to whether or not he enjoys that feeling?
I do. But as I said, that he doesn't listen to his
I didn't
parents.
say that you had to say something he had to listen to.
Okay.
I said, have you had a conversation about whether or not he enjoys that effect?
If he's enjoying that.
Yes. Ask him. Look, your eyes are kind of puffy and swollen and so on and so forth, and you seem very tired. Do you enjoy that feeling? I'm just curious.
Okay, I will ask him
You
that
see?
for sure.
Then it's not about him listening to you. It's about you paying attention and giving him options to respond in the way that he prefers to respond.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
All right. And again, he doesn't have to answer. Just pose the question. He'll go through it in his mind, and maybe he'll decide that he needs to make different choices to have different consequences. But you're being the one that's imaginative enough to simply get the ball rolling in his own mind without making him think he has to listen to you. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. You need to be a little bit more imaginative, and we don't mean this in a negative way, a little bit more sneaky.
Oh.
So that you can inspire him to think about things without him feeling that he is being told what to do.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Thank you.
You just have to exercise your curiosity. Because again, if that really is his path, if that's something he believes he needs to do, then the only thing coming from you in your unconditional love and support is, well, I'm curious. Do you find that sensation interesting or enjoyable? Or let me know. I'm kind of curious. And then walk away. You don't even have to finish the conversation.
Thank you very, very much, Bashar.
You're very, very welcome.
There's anything else that you see from what I do for self, doing work and...
Are you acting on your passion to the best you can with no
Yes.
insistence or assumption on the outcome and remaining in a positive state no matter what manifests?
Yes.
Don't lie.
I didn't hear the whole question, but I understand.
All right. Then that's just my curious question. So you can go think about it.
I will.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, Bashar.
All right, I'll say good day to you this day of your time. Welcome to the first transmission of your new year of 2026, the year of disclosure. Now, of course, when we talk about the idea of this being your year of disclosure, we are talking about more information coming out about ETs, us, UFOs, our ships, UAPs, whatever you wish to call them. But not only are we talking about the idea of the release of more information regarding extraterrestrial life in connection to your world, we are also talking about disclosure of bringing to the surface anything that has been hidden, anything that has been kept secret that would have dire consequences were to be released.
Hello, Bashar and Company. I was wondering, there are people like me who believe in ETs but see them as, good, positive, and beneficial. Then there are those who also believe in ETs but see them as bad, negative, or destructive. I was wondering what makes one person believe and see them as good and others who believe and see them as bad. Is it more beneficial to have both views when it comes to having first or open contact due to the duality aspect of physical reality, or will there be a separation of some sort? Thanks and have a great day.
Well, first of all, we will answer this in what you might consider to be a more practical way. It's not that negatively oriented extraterrestrials don't exist. They do, but not as many as you may think or afraid that there are. So the idea is to understand what's going on. The vast majority, 99% of extraterrestrials interacting with your planet, because they can interact with your planet in the way that they do, are positively oriented. There may be those that may not necessarily be completely negatively oriented, but may, in a sense, not necessarily have your best interests at heart or be very concerned with the things that are important to humanity. That can be perceived as cold or negatively, but it's not that they're necessarily malicious. Then there is a very small fraction of extraterrestrials that do exist in the cosmos that may not necessarily have your best interests at heart at all, or even know about you, that may be negatively oriented. But that's an extremely small percentage of extraterrestrials, and there is nothing you need to worry about, because those that are engaged with your planet are 99% positive and keeping the small percentage of them that are not positive away from you anyway. So you don't even have to necessarily deal with them. The only exception that may exist to some degree is that you do have now and then some interaction with an extraterrestrial species you call the reptilians. Not all of them, in that sense, again, are negative. A lot of it has to do with humanity's own fear-based beliefs that come to the surface when exposed to a different frequency of a being from a different reality. You go into survival mode, fight or flight mode, and that can make it seem as if the extraterrestrial might be operating on a negative vibration, but it might be your own fear-based energies that you're feeling and actually have nothing at all to do with the extraterrestrial's intentions. So you have to be able to have the discernment to tell the difference between your own negative vibrations and fear-based beliefs and what is actually coming from an extraterrestrial. But the idea of the reptilians is that, yes, there are a few of them that don't necessarily enjoy interacting with humans and don't necessarily have your best interests at heart. But again, even within the reptilian extraterrestrial population, they are few and far between. They do have a little bit more of an aggressive energy to them. But again, because you react that way to them, that can magnify and amplify the negative side of their society, even though most of their population may not necessarily have a negative intention toward you. But because of their nature being a reptilian sort and you're being a mammalian sort, a mammal facing a reptile sometimes will go into fight or flight mode, because the first automatic assumption you make unconsciously is that the reptile wants to consume you as a mammal. So you're reacting on a very primitive level to their vibrational energy as well, which is partly one of the reasons why a lot of reptilians don't necessarily appreciate humanity, because they take a little bit of an offense toward the mammalian response you have to their presence by being afraid of them just because they're reptilian. So it's a mixed bag. there's a lot of different levels to this idea. It's not so cut and dried and black and white, but in general, practically speaking, the vast majority, 99% of the extraterrestrial species you're dealing with on Earth at this time are positive, and they are keeping those that may be negatively oriented away from you, except, again, for a very few exceptions of reptilian beings that may be working with certain people on your planet for certain technological reasons.
I had a soul portrait done of me not too long ago.
Soul portrait.
Yes. And while the artist was working on the portrait, she said she saw a diadem on my 5th and my 6th chakras and a receiving pod on my 7th.
All right.
Can you explain those to me and
Yes,
what that
easily.
means?
That's the way she interprets that kind of energy in her permission slip reality.
Well, she didn't see them on any other chakras.
So what?
Okay. So it's just the chakras that she was seeing? It's not like it was anything different? Because I'd never heard those words used in regard to placement on a chakra.
Every energy vortex has also associated with it a geometric crystalline pattern.
Okay.
She was simply sensitive to the idea of the geometric crystalline pattern versions of those energy centers.
Okay.
And therefore, that's the way they were perceived.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
All right.
Another question. I was told by the same woman that I am very connected to the Hathors, which I had never heard of before that moment. And then someone mentioned them earlier.
Yes.
And then I was...
Maybe you two can commiserate.
And also that I am an incarnated fairy.
Well,
what
in a
does that...
sense, not exactly.
Okay, can you
There
explain
are
what
many
they mean?
beings that do have cross connections to the idea of nature spirits, the nature spirit dimension and realm, which does contain an expression of consciousness that you would recognize as the kind of ideas you're calling fairies and such.
Okay.
So you have cross connections to it, but again, please remember, the idea is that all incarnations exist simultaneously.
Right.
So reincarnation can be had as an experience, but it doesn't mean that you actually become one thing and then another. The idea is that you're cross-connecting to another simultaneous coexistence in the idea of the nature-spirit level of consciousness, and you're forming associations to that because it has relevance in this life for you in terms of expressing that kind of energy on your journey, on your path.
Okay.
That's some of the colors on your palette, in other words.
Okay. And one last question. I was talking with my friend Concha earlier, and we were talking about waking up in the morning and feeling restless, like my heart is fluttering, and like there's something I'm supposed to be doing, something that I'm missing, something that I'm forgetting. What does that come from?
That could come from any number of things. Are you forgetting something?
Oh, you were actually asking me.
Yes, I was actually asking a question.
I don't know. I've kind of always had this feeling of like there's something missing.
Something missing.
But I don't know what it is, and I don't... Does that make
All
any
right.
sense?
You may be feeling the idea simply of the urge, the magnetic urge, the gravitational urge toward more of yourself. But if you relax into the trust that your life unfolds in perfect timing, that anxiety or antsiness may subside. You're not missing anything. Remember, all appointments, in a sense, have been made. The only way to miss an appointment is to spend time worrying that you're going to miss the appointment. Otherwise, the appointment can't be missed.
Okay.
So, if you feel like you're missing something, forgetting something, trust the way your life unfolds. Trust the synchronicity in your life as to how it's going to appear. It will always remind you of something you truly need to know. Always. And if you relax into that certainty, you will always get the reminder. But if you are concerned about it, if you focus on the concern, then you're going to block its ability to give you that information when you need it.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes. And I just remembered one other thing I wanted to ask you about.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is my first time seeing you, so I don't know if this is like your thing or not, but
My thing.
I have been having a lot of problems with my shoulder, and someone did a healing thing on me, and she was saying that there is an energetic reason for the problem
There
that I'm
always
having.
is. And
But
there's also
she can-
sometimes physiological ones, but that
Yeah.
doesn't negate the idea that it usually starts in some way, shape, or form energetically.
Okay. Do you have
Are
any?
you carrying too much on your shoulders? Are you shouldering too much in life?
It's very possible. I've
Well-
been one of those people that is always doing too many different things at one
Well,
time.
there you go, and there
So-
comes your anxiety as well.
Okay.
Your antsiness.
Okay.
You think you don't have enough time,
Yeah. Exactly.
but you do. You have the perfect amount of time.
Okay.
Anything that you don't get done, when you are acting on your highest excitement, it is also the organizing principle of your life. And if you keep acting on the thing that excites you the most to the best of your ability, taking it as far as you can until you can take it no further, and then act on the next most exciting thing, and the next, and the next, and the next, in whatever order they present themselves to you synchronistically, whatever doesn't get done at the end of the day didn't need to be done.
Okay. Great. Thank you so much.
You really need to have more trust in the way your life unfolds. You
Yeah.
cannot go through life feeling like you're missing something, like you're not doing enough. Otherwise, anxiety and antsiness will be what you experience your life to be. Stop trying to shoulder so much. Stop putting so much weight on it, and you'll relax. Now, you can certainly take advantage of body workers to help you with this, but the energy must also change. Do you
Okay.
understand?
Yes, I do. Thank
So
you.
you don't need to shoulder so much. Whatever it is you truly get done will be sufficient unto the day. Yes?
Yes. Okay.
Remember, 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 you are an infinite, eternal being. What's your rush? You exist forever. If it's not done now, it will be done later.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
You can't really miss out, except by worrying that you'll miss out.
Okay.
That's the paradox, that's the irony. You follow?
I do. That makes me feel a lot better.
Why, thank you for choosing that path.
Thank you so much, Bashar.
You're welcome.
Good day, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
And good day to everyone here. Thank you all for co-creating with us. Are we still pitching? Is that process still happening where people tell the story that began last year? Is that completed? Do you remember that?
Yes, nothing is ever necessarily completed. If you feel that there is a necessity in pitching, you may if you wish.
I don't feel that it's necessary. I was just
Why did you bring it up?
Because you mentioned how statements open doorways, and that reminded me of the pitching because
Yes.
it's a series of statements.
Yes.
So
It was for the purpose of opening those doorways.
okay. Well, maybe I'll open some doorways.
Oh, all right.
Does that sound fun? Yeah. Okay.
Of course.
So I have had the opportunity of several of my dreams coming true at the same time, synchronistically, of working with a teacher, working in my community, and working with my friends to help generate actions of kindness.
All right.
And I kind of would like to hear your thoughts on the spiritual energy of actions of kindness.
Well, again, the idea is compassion. The idea is knowing that you are perfectly fine, that you are self-empowered, and that the greatest act of kindness is the reflection to others that they also can choose to be self-empowered, that they are aspects of the infinite, that they are unconditional love, that they are worthy and deserving of anything that they can imagine. This is the ultimate act of kindness, is to help reveal to them the potentiality and the possibility and the probability of who they truly are as a reflection of all that is. Because you are self-empowered enough to know that you will never be threatened by someone being their true self. Thus then, in that sense, you are free to help others by example also choose to be their true selves and know that all fits and all works together and all is harmonious when each and every individual is utterly and totally validated as that individual then there is true harmony.
Thank you. These actions have seemed to give a lubricating thank you, quality to group dynamics.
Yes, of course they will.
And so we've been experiencing how these actions of kindness in a growing group can create this dynamic of harmony.
Yes.
So thank you for
Thank
sharing
you.
that. I was curious also about the spiritual energy of laughter.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. Your so-called Big Bang was actually a big joke. It was a big laugh. It was a big aha! It was a big realization, and the cosmic joke is that it was there all along, and yet until realized, it was inert.
So knock-knock jokes open doorways too?
Absolutely. Because when you're willing to ask who's there, you're open to receiving more information about yourself in the unknown.
Thank you.
So by all means, knock knock.
Who's there?
You.
You like the rainbow, all the colors, HUE? It's a synchronistic word with many meanings, I've noticed. You.
Yes.
I was also interested in the human beauty of the human experience of beauty. I've heard that it being very unique because we can have these other experiences of not beauty, that beauty stands out on this planet, and I was wondering if you could talk about that.
Well, it's really the idea of resonance in relationship. What you would call certain kinds of golden proportions that are representative of the overall resonant relationship of all that is to all its components. Does that make sense?
Yes. Is it unique, or do you experience...
I said all that is. In relationship, resonantly, proportionately to all its components. Thus, we are certainly one of the components of all that is. And thus, that relationship, in its very nature, is beauty.
Okay, that might take a while to sink in.
Oh, all right. Whatever amount of time it takes, I'm sure will be beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Bashar, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Nania, we are closely approaching the time for your holotope experience. What remains for this in terms of questioners? All right. All right. You know how much we love threes. Number one.
Hello, Bashar.
And a you good day.
I'm so excited to see you.
So
or to
are
meet
we
you.
to interact with all of you.
Yay. So I just want to say thank you so much for giving me all the permission slips that have brought me to this.
I made all sorts of suggestions. You were the one that gave yourself the permission slip, so we thank you.
Oh. Well, I don't really have too many specific questions, I guess, but I just maybe wanted to ask you your interpretation of an experience I had.
Such as?
Well, it was during a very deep meditation,
Yes.
and I was basically dissolving what I saw in front of me into like particles and,
Yes.
and basically taking away any color, shape, or form and just seeing it as particles. And then I felt like if I could remove things that no longer needed to be there, things that were like maybe too dense, and I just like took an eraser and then I opened my eyes and everything was like way bigger.
Yes.
And so it was more kind of spread apart, and it was as if there was like no shadows
Yes, we
in
understand.
the room.
You
So I
took
think it's
yourself-
like a
yes.
higher or lesser density.
Yes.
Is that?
Yes.
So if you're really super dense, is that like, that's kind of why you would want to live in a life that's not free-flowing just because it suits you better?
The idea of density is so that you can experience change. Remember, in timelessness, you don't experience change. The only way to experience discovery, newness, change is to have the experience of density that includes space and time.
Okay.
So that's how all that is experiences the process of becoming all that is instead of just being all that is.
Okay. Another thing I wanted to maybe ask is, so is the next kind of aspect of understanding time and space would be to kind of take away time so that you would understand all things happening at the exact same moment,
Well,
right?
in your physical reality, you will not necessarily continue to have an experience of all things happening at once.
Right.
But you can certainly stretch that a bit and experience more things happening at once, yes.
Okay.
In a synchronistic way.
So the next level kind of up from that, is that it, like I kind of see it as maybe like stories that we would all be little aspects.
You are already
Of the
stories.
gods,
You are
or,
telling
yeah.
yourself stories. You are living stories. The idea now on your planet is to change the story you're telling yourself.
Okay.
Self-empowering stories are now the vogue.
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Yes. Instead of stories of tragedy and lament.
Yes. Totally.
Oh, woe is me.
Oh gosh.
Now it's, oh, wow, it's me.
So I watched lots of your just transmissions, and I hadn't ever come across anything on the counterparts or the hybrid children. So
Well,
I'm
then you
wondering.
haven't come across
I
those
just-
transmissions yet.
Yeah, exactly.
But they exist, and you can find them if you will ask the people that know where they are.
Well, I will. But
Aw.
I wanted to ask you
Yes.
what you think about if I have any of those things. Or where, or how many, or whatever, because that sounds interesting. I just wanted to, yeah.
It may sound interesting, but at the moment, it's not relevant for us to give you that information.
Okay, fair enough. Also, I just want to ask you one personal kind of question. If I'm actually creating a documentary right now on the evolution of consciousness with my
right.
boyfriend, and we were really hoping that maybe we could talk to you at some point and maybe interview you for it. So
We will see.
we'll see.
We will see.
Okay.
Synchronicity
Yes.
will make itself known.
Well, it's brought us to this point here.
Yes, it has.
So
And
we're
it
glad.
will take you further. But we will see.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Number 2.
Hello, Bashar.
And a good day to you.
I think I'll start with the question about, I guess my questions will be around how to get into a better contact with my true self and trusting it.
I already gave you the entire formula.
I'm sure you did.
Act on your highest excitement to the best of your ability, taking it as far as you can so you
Right.
can take it no further, with absolutely no assumption, insistence, or expectation as to what the outcome ought to be. And if you understand that if you have the expectation as to what the outcome ought to be, you're actually limiting the chances of experiencing something even greater than you can imagine, one would think that would be reason enough not to do that.
Thank you.
Is that not reason enough?
Can you say that last part again about reason?
If you
enough?
understand that putting conditions on the outcome is actually limiting what outcome could happen, one would think that you would stop putting conditions on that outcome, knowing that it actually limits you
Right.
from what you could be experiencing. If you know that, wouldn't you stop doing that? Isn't that logical?
Yes.
Well, if you're not doing that, then you have to ask yourself, what is my motivational mechanism for doing things I say are not what I prefer to do? What belief system do I have attached that's making the thing I say I would prefer seem to be the thing I don't, and the thing I don't seem to be the thing I do? Because it's all about what you believe to be true that you go to and go away from. When you believe something's to your benefit, you always act in that direction. When you believe something is not to your benefit, you always move away from that. Always. Without fail. Without fail. So if you're not moving in the direction of what you know would be to your best benefit, that can only mean you have a belief system that is somehow making it appear to not be to your benefit. So find out what that belief is, let it go, and then it will appear to be to your benefit, the thing you prefer, and you'll move toward it. You'll act on it. You'll understand why you're doing that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Is this helping?
I think so.
Anything else?
I guess what's coming up is, what purpose is it serving me to continually insert doubt into my decision points or choice points?
Well, what are you getting out of it? Again, it's the same question.
Right.
You don't do things you don't believe you're getting some benefit from. And watch your definition. You know what the definition of doubt is from our point of view, yes?
I don't know if I do yet.
Doubt is not a lack of trust. Doubt is a 100% trust in a definition you don't prefer. So why would you trust in something you don't prefer? That's what doubt is. I trust this more than that. There's no such thing as a lack of trust. You're always trusting something to be true. If that were not so, you wouldn't have an experiential reality. So the question is not, how can I learn to trust? The question is, what am I putting my trust in? Something I don't prefer or something I do? Both will work. Both will be reinforced by creation. Both will be supported. It's up to you to decide what you prefer and find out why you would be putting your trust in something that you don't prefer. The only reason you would be doing that is because you're defining that thing as something that serves you better than the alternative.
Right.
Find out how you're defining it that way. You'll see that it's nonsensical and illogical when you finally bring that definition to light. And when you see that it's nonsensical, you'll let it go. You'll say, this makes no sense. And once it makes no sense, you'll stop doing it. Yes?
Yes. Thank you.
Does that sound reasonable?
Yes.
Does it sound sensible?
Yes.
All right. Does that make it seem doable?
Yes.
Are you sureable?
Almost.
Not so sureable?
It's a lot easier to hear it sitting down in the chair than standing at the mic for some
Why
reason.
do you define that as true?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
You don't have to answer me. You can go sit down again if you want.
I have one more question.
Yes. So you prefer to remain on the hook?
Yeah, I'll
All
change
right.
the topic though.
Oh, all right. She thinks she's changing the topic.
So I had an experience once where
Yes?
I had it, the question was posed, ask yourself about the mystery that you are.
Yes.
And I looked internally and to my left, and it seemed that there was this aperture that opened.
All right.
And all I could sense in this brief kind of moment was this very energized kind of kaleidoscope of colors
Yes.
that was spinning, and it was almost like it wanted to press out of this
Yes.
opening.
Yes. But it wasn't an opening.
I don't know what it was.
It was a mirror.
Okay.
You were looking at your true self. That's what you really are, all of you. Kaleidoscopic color, energy, consciousness, beautiful brilliance. That's what you are. Give in to it. It's what you really are. You were looking into a mirror. A similar thing will happen in the holotope meditation, because the holotope in some senses is like that kaleidoscopic image. You're looking at a mirror of your true self, your energy self, your consciousness self, your symbolic, reflective, true, vibrational, unconditionally beautiful, loving self. That's what that is. It's like, here, take a peek. This is really you. You looked into the truth of yourself. Yes.
Yes.
Does that help you?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Number 3.
Good day to all of you, Bashar.
And good day to all of you.
Are we of the same oversoul?
No.
Is there anyone in this room of the same oversoul?
As you?
Yes.
Yes.
Is my wife that person, Gautami?
One of them.
Can you explain that?
There are more than one expression of the same oversoul that you are connected to in the room with him.
Is one of them my wife Gautami?
I already said yes.
Okay. And there's someone else.
There are others. I have now given you an Easter egg hunt.
On September 27th in 2007, in Abidjan, Brazil,
Yes.
in front of John of God,
Yes.
I received a work that I call the Divine Diamond.
Oh, all right. How exciting.
You were just talking about it.
Yes.
And our work is about connection in the Trinity. We work with the Trinity.
That's actually what creation expresses itself as. You say polarity, you say duality, but it's actually a trinity.
Exactly, exactly.
Because the idea is that there's always a balance point between the two poles.
Yes. In my work with my wife,
Yes.
being of the same oversoul,
Yes.
it gives us a wonderful and amazing ability to create an energy field.
Yes.
And
You have resonant reinforcement.
yes.
Yes.
I work also with tachyon energy, which I have found extremely supportive in making connections, opening communication. Do you have anything you could say about tachyon energy, the way it's held in glass, the way we can use it as a focal or communication?
It can be focused in glass. It's a little bit more stable in crystal.
Yes, silica.
And it's exceedingly stable in diamonds.
Okay. And do you find that it is supportive to our ability to access our multidimensionality and working sort of in that way?
Of course it can function as a permission slip for that, since that is how your mind and frequencies are oriented.
Yes, and it is like communicational as far as programmable. You can communicate with it. It's intelligent.
Yes.
Okay.
Everything is intelligence. Everything is consciousness.
Yeah.
You're using the idea of the matrix in that sense to structure information in a way that is both implantable and retrievable by the particular resonance that you yourself express. So it is in that sense simply a permission slip that is designed to resonate in harmony with the way you choose to express yourself, the way you do things energetically.
Yes. In the work that we do, the focus is on the oversoul connection.
Yes.
What I see the higher self as is sort of the communicational portal or
Yes.
way the oversoul would communicate.
Well, yes, it
And-
has to come down through the individual soul to the higher mind, which
the
then
higher
goes
mind.
through the template level reality to the physical mind. But yes,
The higher mind and the higher self are one and the same in most cases.
Generally speaking, yes.
Yes, okay. And I have been moved deeply by your latest commentaries
all right.
of sending, if we send energy out through our oversoul expressions, like through a tree, through the branches of our tree.
yes,
It seems if we light up our tree, it gives us much greater ability, therefore, to focus our energy possibly on another oversoul expression or
Yes.
to do, yes.
because you have illuminated the branches, and thus it
Yes.
makes it easier to see how it's connected to other things.
Yes, okay. I would like to ask, I had a dream once that there were three beings that said, see his light, he's Arturian. My only memory of that is that's the first planet that I actually ascended on.
It's not a planet.
What was the
It's an
Arturian?
interdimensional energy gate, an interdimensional energy state that is representative of a particular vibration that many souls are taking on or connecting to on Earth at this time, because the vibration is conducive to not forgetting as much of who you are in physical reality.
So there's a connection, obviously, with Arturia
Yes.
and myself. Okay. My wife seems to think she's connected with Venusia.
Again, this is not in your physical reality. This is something that exists in a different dimension.
Yes. And
But it is kind of a similar idea, but it's connected to the vibration of compassion, the vibration of understanding, and the vibration of love.
Yes. I would also just like to know, I hear a lot about the Pleiades, and I'm always curious about the connection between the Pleiades
Distant
and Syrian.
cousins distant cousins,
And what are the Syrian...
offshoot of the ancient Anunnaki.
Yes, and the Syrians, how are they related to the Pleiadians?
There has been some mixture, but initially speaking, it was not a direct lineage. But on higher dimensional levels, there is a great connection. And non-physical levels, there is a great connection.
So they're completely, in some ways, independently evolved?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
But there is a connection on the non-physical level.
Was Christ from Sirius?
Christ was from Earth.
Was his oversoul connection, or was Sirius involved in some way?
Yes, there were serious vibrations and many other vibrations in what you call the Christ consciousness, which now is represented by the collective vibration of your entire planet, as well as the Krishna spirit, the Buddha nature, any such idea.
Yes. I'm very lucky to be actually right now at a retreat with Amrita Nandamayi.
All right, well, luck had nothing to do with it.
Yes, well, she is the embodiment of compassion and love. What would you say about her as a human, obviously, incarnation? Amma.
We would say she is beautiful in many different ways. The essence of beauty, of what we were talking about before. The proportional relationship to all that is. The resonant relationship to all that is.
Yes.
Of all of its parts.
Yes.
In that sense.
There
will now need to be a shift in transmission.
Yes, thank you very much, Bashar.
We thank you.
Thank you.
At this timing, you may take a very short break. We will resume transmission for the holotope meditation.